parable of the tenants. St. Mathew in chapter 21, verses 33 to 45, St. Mark in chapter 12, verses 1 to 12, and St. Luke in chapter 20, verses 9 to 19, narrate the parable of the tenants. According to St. Matthew chapter 21, Jesus recited this parable to the chief priests and elders. A landowner planted a vineyard, put a wall around it, dug a wine press in it, and built a watchtower. Then he rented the vineyard to some farmers and went away on a journey. When the harvest time came, he sent his servants to the tenants to collect his fruit. The tenants seized the servants. They beat one, killed the other, and stoned the third. Then he sent other servants to them, more than the first time, and the tenants treated them the same way. Last of all, he sent his son to them, expecting that they will respect his son. But when the tenants saw the son, they said to each other, "This is the heir. Come, let's kill him and take his inheritance." So they took him, threw him out of the vineyard, and killed him. Therefore, when the owner of the vineyard comes, what will he do to those tenants? The chief priests and the elders replied, "He will bring those wretches to a wretched end, and he will rent the vineyard to other tenants who will give him his share of the crop at the harvest time." Jesus replied, "Have you never heard the scriptures? The stone the builders rejected has become the cornerstone. The Lord has done this, and it is marvelous in our eyes." He went on to clarify to those present that, in a similar way, I tell you, the kingdom of God will be taken away from you and given to people who will produce its fruit. He who falls on the stone will be broken to pieces, and he on whom it falls will be crushed. In those days, buildings were constructed by placing the cornerstone, which were exactly right. Otherwise, the entire structure was likely to be shaky. Once a builder rejects a cornerstone, the same could not be used for any further construction purposes. Through this parable, Jesus was telling the people that God created this universe in its best form and gave it to his people, expecting them to use it in the best manner possible. To ensure whether the people were using his creation as was expected, he sent his prophets as his servants to collect thanks from the people. But what did they do? They mistreated some and killed some, as is narrated in the Old Testament. Then he sent John the Baptist to convert his people to a righteous path. But no, they killed him too. Then God sent his Son, expecting that his people will respect him and follow his commandments. But no, they killed his Son also for no fault of his. Now Jesus asks, what will God the Father do in such a situation? He will punish them for their wretchedness. By quoting the scriptures, Jesus was reminding the chief priests and the elders that although they reject him as a cornerstone of Christianity, the Lord will make him one, and he did. He further stresses that those who fall on this cornerstone will be broken to pieces. He means to say that those who defy him or his teachings Those who think that they are immortal and they can do whatever they want will land up being broken mentally and spiritually. And those on whom this stone falls will be crushed. He points out that those on whom God is angry will face His wrath and will be crushed. From the happening around us today, should we think God is angry? He was angry once when He destroyed all His creation except what was saved by Noah. From the happenings around, like cyclones, tsunamis, typhoons, earthquakes, locust attack, and now the coronavirus, does this indicate that God is angry? It is for us to take stock and get prepared for the happenings as recorded by St. Mathew in chapter 24. God save us all.